How's it going, guys? My name is Jakefog and welcome back to episode number 25 of my Football Manager 2020 journey, here today with Leeds United, and we're starting off today with a little news item that came through yesterday. Obviously the new year comes round and you get all like the worldwide awards, and one of those awards is the European Golden Boy, which I wasn't actually hovered over, but I mean, this is essentially the same award, isn't it? The FIFA Best Under-21s men's player and the European Golden Boy. And I mentioned it in I think maybe the last episode or the episode before, that Montanu was nominated for it, or he was considered one of the front runners, and I'm sure I said something like, I don't think he'll do it. I'll be very surprised if he wins it. I'll just insert a little clip here of me saying that if I can find it. Interesting. Leeds United striker Louis Montanu is among a group of players being touted as potential winners for the European? What on earth am I about? The European Golden Boy Awards. I mean, I'd be surprised if he does win the European Golden Boy, but he's so good. I love him so much. And yeah, just a nice way to embarrass myself as, well, he's won it. And to be fair, 44 games, 26 goals, 3 assists with an average rating of 7.24. He's like my little baby, is Luis Montanu. Obviously, I signed him. He was the first signing I made. I think the only signing that I actually made in that first season in the Championship. £625,000 he cost me. And well, since being in the Premier League, he's been fantastic. He's just been so good. And even though, I mean, looking at his attributes, he doesn't look amazing, but obviously he is still only 19 years old. He's a fully fledged international with the Romanian side. Still got bags and bags of potential, valued at 21 million, and he's just got so much more room to improve. Still got 5-star potential. And hopefully this guy, he'll be a mainstay in the team for hopefully this entire series, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't mind if he ended up being my starting striker 5, 6, 7 years down the line. Maybe he'll be the starting striker when we hopefully eventually win the Champions League. Who knows? But obviously that was quite nice. And also a little something to talk about regarding transfers is that this man here, Srdjan Milicevic, I think I mentioned him in a previous episode, but I did decide to sign him. £2.3 million he cost me, 5-star potential. Unfortunately, he does not qualify for a work permit. He's going to struggle to break into the Serbian national team. Obviously, he needs to play something like 75% of their games over 2 years. And yeah, that's what he's up against. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. So that's going to be tough. Fortunately, we do have a affiliate to send players on work permits to, or players without work permits to, should I say, is LSK Lutz. So hopefully he'll be going on loan there 3 years, and he'll get himself, he'll get European nationality, or he'll get Polish nationality, obviously being a European Union nation, meaning that he no longer needs a work permit to come and play for us because of the Brexit rules that we got, thankfully. That is nice little update. He looks so good. I'm so upset that I can't use him now. I think he would genuinely slot straight into my team. Not as a starter, but, as a kind of rotation option. So yeah, shame that he's not going to be able to play for us straight away. But 3 years down the line, hopefully this guy keeps developing and he ends up being a fantastic player. And also there was one other player that I mentioned about in a previous episode as well, and that is Aaron Hickey, right back and left back, 19-year-old Scottish international as well, 5 caps for them. Like I say, he can play both sides. I'm going to train him to be a right wing back. It's an area that we are lacking in a little bit, but 5-star potential. He's very, very well rounded. And yeah, I think he could hopefully go on and be a very, very decent player. And one more thing, it's just so much talk in this episode. We got our youth candidates preview. You can have a little read through that. I'm not going to read it all out. You can pause it and read it if you fancy it. But something that I like here, we should be really optimistic about this group of young players. So hopefully it ends up being a decent intake. Something that I've noticed here, the goalkeepers. That's probably the same goalkeeper. It says at least one of our goalkeepers who's a great prospect. And we have one good young English keeper from Leeds who has caught the eye. Goalkeeper is a position that I've been looking for recently. I'm trying to find a good youth goalkeeper, that hopefully can develop behind Pavlenka and hopefully potentially turn into my first choice keeper. So hopefully one will come through in this intake. That'll be absolutely lovely to see, because I'm really struggling to find a decent one at the moment. But yeah, anyway, plenty of talking out of the way. Let's get down to business and let's talk about the matches in between episodes. So our first game was away at Southampton, and Tyler Roberts headed home from a corner just 17 minutes in to give us a 1-0 lead. And then just on the hour mark, cross from Leif Davis turned into the back of his own net by Eric Bailly. Not really sure what has gone on there, it's just kind of hit him. And then Tyler Roberts completed the scoring in the 62nd minute, getting on the end of an Emerson cross, a second header for him into the corner. And yeah, nice victory, 3-0 away at Southampton. They're not fantastic, but I mean, they've got some decent players. So yeah, I mean, 3-0 win away from home against anyone at this level is a good result. So yeah, very happy with that. Next up, Chelsea at home, and Alenya got us off to a fantastic start, firing the free kick home in just the 9th minute. But then just before the half-time mark, Lautaro Martinez got Chelsea back on level terms, and that is how the game ended up finishing. Unfortunately, Alenya couldn't add to his goals, as he missed a penalty in the 77th minute, which is far from ideal. We absolutely dominated Chelsea as well. Look at that, allowing them to only 4 shots in the entire match whilst we had 17. So, to be honest, pretty disappointing to not come away with a win here. But yeah, they're a good side. They're not having the best of seasons, but we'll take a 1-1 draw against Chelsea. Then in our final game of the Europa League, I played a fully rotated side away at Slavia Prague. We'd already qualified, we've already won the group, 5 wins from 5, so yeah, we had a big game coming up. I think the game after was against Arsenal, possibly away, so I wanted to rest everyone, so I wasn't bothered about this game at all. I definitely would have preferred not to lose 2-1, that is for sure. I would have hoped that the players that we put out would have put up a little bit more of a fight, but unfortunately, we couldn't come away with a good result. We finished off obviously losing 2-1. We were the slightly better side. You can see here I only even made one change. But yeah, fully rotated side. Stuart Dallas made his first appearance of the season. So yeah, not really bothered about it, but it is also at the same time a little bit disappointing that the backup players couldn't do the business. Then after that, like I mentioned, we had a very, very tough game away at Arsenal, and Reece Nelson got them into the lead. A very nice finish into the bottom corner in the 20th minute, and then just before half-time, Maria headed home from a Mikic corner, and that is how the game ended up finishing. So yeah, Arsenal, very good side. I think they're top 4 at the moment. Yeah, to come away with a point away from home, it's an absolutely fantastic result. We played pretty well. They were they definitely had the better of the game, but we did what we needed to do to get a point, ultimately. When we faced Brighton, I'd not really realised it at the time, but we were actually on a 3-game streak without a win. Brighton as well, they're in 5th place, or they were in 5th place when we played them in this game, so not having a bad season at all. But yeah, we were keen for some points here, and well, we just absolutely ran through them. They had no answer to what we were doing. You see here, Bogus, fantastic strike from the edge of the box, right into the corner, 25 yards out. Great effort from him. And the scoring was completed in the 88th minute. Another fantastic strike from the right winger, Mikic, into that top corner. And yeah, we absolutely dominated Brighton, 28 shots to 3. I mean, the possession, I'd expect that to be a little bit higher. But yeah, 4-0 win. Not much more to say about that. We were fantastic. And we followed up such a great performance with a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace. Yeah. I don't have anything to say about this game. It was boring. Pretty even as well, to be fair. We had the slight better of the game, but couldn't make anything of it. And in the final game, we played Bournemouth, sat, I believe, 19th place in the league. So obviously after beating 5th 4-0 at home, we conceded within 4 minutes, a very weak Brooks header. And then it took us all the way until the 91st minute to equalise. And it was another great goal. Ole Söderberg, fantastic strike from the edge of the box there, just curled it beautifully into the far corner in the 91st minute. I mean, we did dominate the game, but we just couldn't score. I mean, Ampadu had 6 key passes from from holding midfield. 6! So, well, yeah, that was disappointing, to say the least, that result. But anyway, in terms of the standings of the league, we're still doing very, very well. Currently find ourselves in 6th position, 35 points, 4 points ahead of Everton in 7th. And then 1 point behind Arsenal in 5th, and then just 4 points behind City in 4th. And yeah, we're having a great season. If only we could have got points out of Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. Those are 2 draws that are really, really going to come back to bite us. I can just feel it. It's just not good enough, really, is it? But yeah, today we've got, who have we got? We've got Leyton Orient in the FA Cup in the third round. I might play Spurs in the league as well, but at the moment I'm going to play Leyton Orient in the cup. And again, I'm not bothered. No, I should want to beat them, so I'm going to have to put up a fairly strong lineup. Although I will definitely make a few changes. I was going to start Hickey, but he's not very fit, so he's not going to be playing. Poshu can come out, Sistana can go in, Mikic can go on this right-hand side. I'll get Montagnu up top, and we'll also get, where is he? He's already starting. Söderberg is already starting. Calvin Phillips is injured as well. He's out for a few weeks, so that is not very fun at all. When's he back? 5 days and 3 weeks. So yeah, that is far from ideal. But yeah, I'm pretty set on this lineup, apart from I'm going to have Leif Davis at left wing back instead. So we've got Pavlenka in goal, Kenny and Sistana at the back with Ampadu just in front of him. Davis left wing back, Shackleton right wing back, Iribarren and Söderberg in the middle, Costa on the left, Mikic on the right, Montagnu up top as the lone striker. And let's get into it. I think Leyton Orient are in League 2, are they? Let's just have a little look at this. Leyton Orient, can I have a little look? Are you in League? No, not League 2. I think they're in League 1. Oh no, they are in League 2. Maybe I could have gone a little bit weaker than I have done. They're sat in 7th place at the moment. I'm just going to tell them I expect them to win. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm going to switch back to 2D. Apologies to all you 3D lovers out there. One day when I have an important game, I will do an episode in 3D. But today, I mean, it's not really that important. The third round of the FA Cup against Leyton Orient, it's definitely not my most important game of the season. And so far, we've definitely dominated the game, it's safe to say, but so far, no goals. Söderberg takes the free kick, and Mikic is pushed there, I believe. He's going to go over to VAR, and he's awarded the penalty. Who is stepping up to take it? It is Helder Costa. He's not had much of a look in this season as Helder Costa. And he's missed. God's sake, Helder. But can we make something of it? So we're passing it around nicely. Iribarren's picked up an early knock, which is not really what we like to see. I definitely want him to have a little bit more game time, but Davis on this left-hand side just cuts back, loses the ball. The ball is cleared, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. And that brings them to the highlight. So, we've already missed a penalty. Helder Costa, fantastic. Just as I was talking about how he's not played much this season, he goes and shows why. Although, to be fair, the left wingers in place for him haven't really done much better. I mentioned it in a previous episode as well. Saka, I was so excited when I got him in, but he's just been bad, He's just done nothing for me. He's got 1 assist, I think. He must have played like 15 games, and it's just so frustrating because technically he's very good, but he's just not showing it. There is a highlight going on. It's been going on for quite a while here. Sistana picks up and takes it all the way back to Pavlenka in goal. Plays it out to Kenny, and we're going to look to build something. Iribarren finds Shackleton out on this right-hand side, pushed up very far from his right wing-back position. Gets past his man, gets it into the middle, and Iribarren heads it home for his second goal of the season. I mean, it's safe to say it has definitely been coming. I guess it was just more of a matter of if. It was more of a matter of when, not if. As Shackleton gets yet another assist. He must have a lot of assists this season so far. Iribarren with a nice easy header into the back of the net. And just before injury time, there is going to be another highlight as the ball is whipped in. Please don't do this. And it is headed just wide by the Leyton Orient man. And there is yet another highlight as the Leyton Orient goalkeeper kicks it long. Kenny wins the header. Söderberg to Iribarren, goes all the way out to Mikic on this right-hand side. I feel like I may have gone a little bit over the top with the strength of this team today. As Iribarren hits it wide. I thought Leyton Orient were in League 1, so I put out a slightly stronger team than I probably needed to, but at least we've basically guaranteed ourselves the win. Touch wood. Right, first highlight of this second half, just 5 minutes in. Montagnu taking it down the left-hand side, cuts inside, and the ball is hit wide. And that was an absolutely dreadful highlight. I did not need to see that. As Mikic heads over. I don't know what the keeper was doing there. And I need to take off, I need to take off Iribarren, really. Let's get Alenya on for some more minutes. I just hope that Iribarren, he doesn't have much of a problem with injuries. He's not really, he's not had much of a problem so far. As Leyton Orient are going down to 10 men. And, well, I think that is this game as good as over. So I guess let's just speed through this a little bit. As actually, you know what? As I say that, I'm going to talk over this highlight because it feels weird not talking over a full highlight. Mikic goes out wide to Shackleton, goes back to Mikic. Ampadu on the edge of the box, and Alenia picks it up off the bench. I mean, he doesn't pick it up off the bench, he's just come on off the bench. Davis on the left-hand side, can he get the ball into the middle? I mean, that's a dreadful tackle. Davis, what on earth has happened there? I mean, the ball is cleared. Right, a couple more changes. Who is struggling for fitness? Helder Costa. It's not looking great. Let's get Tyler Roberts on for a bit as well, just for these last 10 minutes. See if he can get himself another goal to add to his tally for the season, as he gets an opportunity quite early on and heads it straight at the keeper. And this highlight is still going as Galeno's getting down this left-hand side, gets it into the middle. It's headed clear Ampadu. Alenia Ampadu. Out to Davis on this left-hand side. Can he get a ball? And he can. Falls to Soderberg on the edge of the box. Shackleton, Ampadu, Alenia, Ampadu. I'm just reading names out over and over again. Davis into the middle, and Mikic is offside as he heads it home. Unlucky fella. Alright, injury time is here. Leyton Orient yet to reply. I mean, a 1-0 win, I'll take it, but I definitely would have liked to have scored a few more. I'm going to tell them I'm not happy. I don't think it was really a let-off. We definitely were good enough. We just didn't score any goals. Anyway, I will play the Spurs game in this episode, so I will see you for that in just a few minutes. Well, a few minutes for me, literally a click of my fingers for you. Okay, so here we are for the game against Spurs. The results from yesterday are in. Manchester City in fourth did win their game. Arsenal won their game as well, so we can't end up in any better of a position than when we started this episode. But obviously, Spurs currently sat in second place on 45 points. It's definitely not going to be easy. So in terms of today's lineup, I'm going to have to go as strong as I possibly can. And, well, what is my strongest lineup is definitely, it's definitely debatable. I am going to play Saka, even though he's still not been very good for me. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about starting him in a game like this. But hopefully the fact that it's against Spurs, obviously he's an Arsenal boy, hopefully that'll, motivate him to do the business. But I think that is probably the strongest side that I can put out at the moment. Just check to see what my bench is like. I'm pretty happy with it. So it's Pavlenka in goal, Posh and Sistana at centre-back, Ampadu just in front of him, Davies left wing-back, Emerson right wing-back, Bogus and McCowan in the middle, Saka on the left, Mikic on the right, Montagna up top. And let's just get into it. I'm not expecting much from this game, I'll be happy with a point. Jack Grealish and Emi Buendia on the wings for them. So that's interesting. That's nice to see. Nice to see. Oh, God. I don't really think I meant to do that team talk. Obviously, Grealish and Buendia, even though obviously they do play for two teams that are going down in real life. Look how good Buendia is and how good is Jack Grealish. He is also pretty good. How much did they sign him for? 33.5 million. My goodness. But anyway, the game is obviously now underway. 10 minutes in. And we are yet to see a highlight. Now half an hour in without a highlight. Spurs are yet to register a shot, which is promising. We've had 7 with 5 on target, but obviously none of them are any good. None of them good enough for a highlight. And there goes the first half. Okay, just tell them that I'm happy with the performance so far, and hopefully we can create some chances that are highlight worthy. Maybe. Please, someone? Hello? Anyone want to do something? Here we go, a highlight 62 minutes in, and we finally got a highlight. It better be a good one. Alfonso, please don't tell me that's the highlight. Okay, it's not. The highlight is continuing, and, I mean, is it going to turn into a Spurs attack? Please don't mess this up. Oh, great. Okay. 62 minutes in, and that is the only highlight that this game has to offer. That's how bad this game has been. If that's what they managed to muster up as a highlight, let's make a couple of changes in the middle. Well, not a couple of changes in the middle, one change on the wing and one change in the middle. And there is a highlight going on behind. Is this a highlight because we're making a change? Most likely, but Montaño's in a good position here. That is, I mean, he's forced the keeper into a decent save there, to be fair. But it is saved and it is cleared out for a goal kick. That's definitely not where you take a goal kick from. It's cleared out for a throw-in. And with just 10 minutes left in this game, is anything going to happen? I mean, I said before the game I'd take a draw. I mean, I would have liked something a little bit more entertaining than this. Right, that's it. That was good, wasn't it? Well, I'm just telling that I'm happy with the performance. Leeds United held to draw. I won't say we were really held to a draw. They held us. Wait, Leeds United held to draw. Oh yeah. Hang on. No. A succession of fouls? The fixture was marred by a succession of fouls by Leeds United. Pfft, disgraceful stuff. Can't believe we've been accused of something like that. But, okay, well, 1 goal in 2 games in today's episode. It's been a pretty low-key affair, I think it's safe to say. So yeah, where will I be for the next episode? I do not know. I'll just keep going. Actually, I might go all the way through to the Europa League second knockout, or I might have a game in between. But anyway, I'll decide that when it comes to it. But yeah, that is where I am going to finish off today's episode. It's been a dull one, but I mean, I've caught you up on a lot of stuff, so I guess that's a success in my eyes. As always, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll catch you in the next episode.